call myself as a Hong Konger instead of Chinese. That was just because I feel like Hong Kong is a very special place, and being a Hong Konger is something different. Saying that I'm a Chinese doesn't really represent my identity. Currently, Hong Kong is undergoing a movement that people go on the streets and against the extradition bill that was introduced earlier this year. They're facing police brutality and battle against the government, and they were trying to fight for their democracy and freedom to speak up. The proposed amendment bill would allow extradition of anyone in Hong Kong to China for trial. And when I say anyone in Hong Kong, I mean like US citizens who are residing in Hong Kong or tourists who visit Hong Kong. This actually opens a door for China to persecute dissidents, including, journalists and human rights activists. That's why Hong Kong people are very concerned about their freedom and their human rights if this bill is passed.
Hong Kong, 1997, and Britain hands control to Beijing. The Prince of Wales later referred to it as the Great Chinese Takeaway.
I was born in Hong Kong after the handover. I learned about the core value of Hong Kong, like the freedom that we have and how we're different from China. We still, enjoy the culture that we had. That's a mixture of the British colonization and also the Chinese culture. But then, the older that I get, I feel the control by the Chinese government is getting stronger and stronger. This year, with this extradition bill, people kind of just we're done. We have to start this fight to go against the government. The core value of Hong Kong is just the freedom that we enjoy, the freedom of speech and freedom of press and the stuff that you can't really do in the mainland China. It's very saddening to see what's going on in Hong Kong.
One China! One nation! One China! One nation! One China!
We know that although we have freedom of speech and freedom of press or freedom of assembly, but protesters have to wear a mask to cover their identity, to avoid being identified by the police because they're afraid that they would be arrested later on.
Protect Hong Kong! Protect Hong Kong! Save Hong Kong! Save Hong Kong!
We're just trying to spread the messages to Americans and raise their awareness about what's going on in Hong Kong. It's almost, a broken relationship right now between Hong Kong and China. After this movement, the trust between China and Hong Kong is even less. I don't know if I am positive about the future of Hong Kong. As far as I know, there is very less chance that the government would listen to us and actually fulfill our demands. When I see all those protesters on the street and see how united they are, this movement totally shows how desperate we are to pursue human rights and freedom. When saying that I'm a Hong Konger, I'm telling people that yes, I embrace freedoms and human rights, and I have the obligation to protect these kind of stuff.
Hey NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.